Hello, welcome back to another video on my channel. So this time round we've been reviewing The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. It's quite a nice horror game for the VR. There's a little look at the main menu here. It's quite harrowing, it does set the scene, especially when you're going up to start a new game. So, as the same with every other game out there, there's a little tutorial area which teaches you how to do certain things, store items, wield weapons, that kind of thing. And it pretty much does get the job done. It really does tell you how to do everything, and it does prepare you for a lot of stuff you're going to do in the game.
You're the type to pull the whole godforsaken place under.
So the first cutscene to this game was really on point, definitely set the mood for the rest of the game. So, as with every other game, there is a nice little rest area, which is a broken down bus with a couple little things that you'll need. So there is a bed inside which does change the day cycle, and a little radio inside once you get it working, which is good for information, especially when you're trying to scavenge different items. So with this one too, there's an extensive amount of crafting and upgrades. There's literally items for almost everything, including quite a few nice weapons to be able to craft. One of my favourites at the moment is definitely the katana. Custom revolver too doesn't hurt. And here, as you see, just letting off a couple of weapon variations, giving them a good fire testing. Now, surprisingly, on the PSVR2, the haptic feedback for all the weapons is really good. Reloading everything, you feel the vibrations, especially if you get an attack in the game too, you feel the vibrations of the headset. It's a really good feature. So, as you can see, there are loads of weapon variations, lever action rifles, handguns, there's even a bow and a shotgun too. And of course, like I mentioned before, katana, on top of various other type of blades like shivs, knives, combat knives. There's definitely everything you'd need to attack a couple of zombies or a couple hundred zombies. With the map size, it's quite big to be honest. It was definitely had a lot more areas than I was expecting, and each area around New Orleans is very different, along with base exploration too. So within the little area you have to you know, craft all your items and such, there's a large area outside of there which you can explore, and it's really interesting. There's a couple, you know, there's a safe that you can open and lots of other things down the line. I'm not even going to spoil it for you because part of it's to do with the story. And like any other good zombie survival game, there's obviously a need for scavenging. You have a whole backpack to fill as many items as you can carry. That'll all depend on what you actually want to craft when you get back, so there's different items for everything. Definitely a lot of places to explore, nooks and crannies to search, drawers, ammunition to be found. So there's two types of enemies in the game. You have got zombies and NPC enemies. So walkers are generally quite slow. You do get a couple of them which do like to jog up to you a little bit, which can be quite scary. And on the other side you have factions, so these can be friendly factions or even enemy factions. As you can see here, this was an enemy faction and I had to take it nice and easy going through there. Nice headshot, don't hurt. And of course, the jump scares. This game has definitely scared the crap out of me more than a few times. Definitely with the zombies busting through the doors. It loves to catch you off guard, especially when you think you're paying attention. You think you can hear a little sound. As you can see, I end up going for the door and they bust right through. Scared the absolute crap out of me. Definitely a lot of fun, because that's exactly what you want when you're playing a horror game. A lot of jump scares, a lot of tense moments going through dark corridors. Also, traversal in this game is a huge part. There's more than one way to get into a building, whether it's climbing up the gutter or busting down a few panels off a door. And it really does make for good exploration, especially when you're trying to get into places that enemies are trying to keep you out of. Or zombies. So there is a day and night cycle with this game, and as each day continues, the game progressively gets harder, supplies dwindle, and the dead increase. Now, by the time you get to night and you're out exploring, if you hear the bells, try and get to the boat as soon as possible, because you will get overrun. Another little brilliant feature with this game is the voice immersion. Now, I didn't clock this till much later on, but it enables your headset for mic detection. So if you cough, if you make a noise whilst you're playing the game, the zombies will definitely hear you.
Hello there.
As you can see there, got their attention. Missed a couple shots. All in all, it does make great for immersion. And as with any other game, there are story missions. Now, there is quite a nice long storyline to this game, and it does take quite a while to grind through it, if you're taking your time with the game, of course. I've no doubt there's many people that probably sped run through this game and got quite a short time on it, but it's definitely took me quite a few hours to get to at least this point in the game. Surprisingly enough, this game had a little bit of endgame content after the main storyline, which was very nice to see. Kept giving me tasks to do, and that's great with any other game. So, overall rating for the game, I'm going to give it a solid 8.5. It was definitely a fun one to play on the PSVR2, and I'll definitely be coming back to this one. So, if you've liked the video this time round, guys, please consider giving it a like and a subscribe so more people can be entertained watching this. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.